Every time I head out to the beach, I tell myself, grab your chairs. But I never think I'm gonna stay that long. But look at this beach. Now this is a beautiful beach. Holy crap. We're not gonna stay that long here, but because we came to just look at one particular thing. But I gotta do a little bit of research before I could talk about it. But I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's peeking right up in that area right around there. It's up there. Also, I'm breathing hard because that hill right there wasn't what I expected. But look at this place. This place is absolutely gorgeous. And also, welcome to another episode of Wait, Haven't Seen This. I am your host, Jacoby. Roundabout, like always. I didn't know what to see today, so I decided I would drive up PCH and just, you know, maybe hopefully stop and see something. And as I was driving up PCH, I saw something that I've been wanting to see, and I didn't realize I was as close to it today as I was. So I got to do a tad bit of research before we actually get to talk about that. So let's go ahead and get this going and see where the day leads. This is one of those days where I don't really have anything to do, anywhere to go, so we're just going to go, you know. Well, I do have a small studio session later this evening, but that's later this evening, so I got plenty of time this morning. So let's go find out what we can do. All right. So as we're leaving the beach, I'm gonna walk down this way. We're gonna get a good look. I don't know if you guys can see it from here. I'm sure you can, because it's right in the center of the screen. So we're going down here to take a good look at the Seal Beach water tower. So I was looking up some information on this place, and they were saying that it was built in 1892. In 1892, what it was, you know what? Let's hold that thought, and we'll get to that in a second. Give me a second. Just a little bit closer. We'll get a little closer also. But as I was saying, this was built in 1892. And what it was a water tower for the railway that used to service from Santa Barbara to San Diego. And it will pull right up here. As you can see, you really can't see where the railway was or how it was, but I'm assuming probably right there next to the white building there. I'm assuming that the train probably came right down in there, or more specifically, it probably came right down the center of where we're at right now. This could be the where the trail of the train was, sitting right here in the middle of everything. But so in 1892 they built this, and like I said, it was a water tower where they filled the trains up when they ran out of water. You know, back then they were all steam trains, and so they would fill the water up when the water came out of it, you know, so they can get back and forth to where they were going. But it's a beautiful structure. I love the way it looks. It's just, now I'm assuming that of course they probably put a little extra on the top of it, probably, you know, reinforced it, did some things, because there's an elevator here in this place, and it's 4 floors and everything. And I'm assuming that probably, you see the very top windows. I'm thinking the bottom of those windows was probably the just of how big that thing was at the point. At that point. But yeah, so they said in 1892 it was built or whatnot. But then they also said that right around World War II, the Japanese were, they had intel that the Japanese wanted to, bomb this structure. So there was a military base that was right across the street over here. It's not there anymore. There's plenty of military around this area still, but it's not over there anymore. But it used to be directly across the street from here. And so what the military did is for, I think it said for about a year, the military had planes circle this structure, kind of like you see the plane up there in the sky right there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's there. Kind of like that, just kind of circling around. I'm sure it was a little lower or whatnot, but it circled around this just to protect it. And it never happened, of course. But yeah, and for about a year or so, they kept having intel that they were going to do it. And of course, it never happened. But right there in this structure, and so later, let's see if we can get a little closer. Maybe a little closer. I'm staying across the street though because somebody is staying in there right now. They said it is 4 floors. There's an elevator that goes all the way up to the 3rd floor. In the very top section, there's a spiral staircase you can go up at that point. But it's still absolutely amazing. I think this whole structure is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But then, so they left it to kind of rot, and it sat there for years and years and years, and nobody did anything with it. And they weren't gonna put any money into it until there was a professor, I think it was a math professor that worked in Long Beach, and he decided he didn't want them to get rid of it. And so, I mean, I had his name, now I gotta look up his name real quick. But his name was George, I know that much. Mr. George Armstrong. He decided that in 1980 he was going to lobby to get it and save it. Not only to save the structure, he wanted to make it into his home. And so he won the bid and he made it to his home, and he lived there for quite some time. Let me see. He lived there for about 4 years. And then after he passed away, they decided to make it. This is just kind of pushing the information forward a little more, but they decided to make it into an Airbnb. And so now you can rent this place and stay here and look over the ocean. I mean, just look how close it is to the ocean. I mean, it's literally right there. I mean, can you just imagine coming here, sleeping, having a good night right here, watching the snow, I mean not snow, the ocean move and doing its thing. And right there, that busy street right there, that's PCH. That's Highway 1, also known as Highway 1, but that's PCH right there. I mean, this whole area is beautiful. It is so beautiful. There is a historical plaque on the building, but I don't want to get any closer because, again, there's someone renting the place or whatnot. But it's an absolutely beautiful building. I absolutely love it. I've been wanting to come to this building for the longest. And yes, I will try my best to stay here. And if I can get a book in here, I will definitely do a house tour and show you guys what it's like to spend the night in this place. But again, it's an absolute gorgeous place, beautiful place. And we're going to end the video right here because I don't know what else to say about this building. So we're going to end it right here. It's going to be a pretty short video, but it's an absolute gorgeous place. And I will employ anyone to get out, come see it. It's gorgeous. It really is. I think it's amazing. I mean, it's just an amazing building. So I implore you all, get out, come see it. Not only that, get out. No, this is the way I like to say it. Get up, get out and do something, you know, and go see something, you know, and enjoy yourself. But that's going to be the last of this video here because I have nothing else to say about this building. But we're still going to go and see if we can find some other things while we're out here in Huntington Beach and have a good time. But anyway, thank you for joining me on another episode of Wait Have You Seen This? I have been your host, Jacoby. And I love you guys, and there's absolutely positively nothing you can do about it. And I just hope that you continue to come back and enjoy it with me like this. I'm loving this thing. Love you guys. Nothing else to be said.